Oh, shit.
You got it? We live?
Yeah, we on now.
Live, baby.
The podcast is going?
3, 2,
What happened? No, there's no 3, 2, 1.
and...
I thought it was so much cooler when we had an opening and some music.
3, 2, 1, we here! What's up, everybody? Y'all already know what it is. Welcome back to RCYJ Podcast with your RCYJ team in the building. We got Joey from the Deli, a.k.a. Joey Crackerhead, a.k.a. 30 other nicknames one time.
Whoa.
We got the big Oos Tommy Guns in the building one time.
Yo, what's up, people?
And we got the main event Rico T in the building. What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? Welcome back to RCYJ Podcast. Obviously, we've been going through on the different lives and stuff like that, giving them the before show. Now we're getting into the podcast. So before we start anything like that, let's go ahead and get this out of the way. Joey, what's up, man?
What's up? How y'all brothers doing?
Chilling.
As always, it's
Welcome
a pleasure to be
back.
here.
Yes, sir. And we thank you for jumping back on with us. You know, you part of the crew now. You here anytime you want it. Let's go.
Open invitation.
Open invitations. Tell me
We're
what's up
definitely
with you.
going to be here next week.
Yeah.
So is this a thing that is happening?
Yes.
Are we going to be poolside?
Yes.
Okay, so you got to check this out. Poolside, I just want to put this out there because it is on the podcast.
Next,
Everybody on the live, we also going to try to be out there early.
we're going to be out there
We're
early so
live,
we can
so-
get it going, but we are going to be poolside for next week's episode.
We
And
got a virus on our laptop. I don't know that.
no, that's talking about my protection for the laptop.
You need some protection.
No, it's still got
You don't,
protection.
you
Just
don't
let me
need
know that's
protection
going
when we got Joey Crackerhead here.
Well, I don't really need protection when I got me here.
No, Joey
Yeah.
Crackerhead, he's the real deal.
That's because Joey be crackheads. I just punch people. He's
It's not
crackheads.
cool. You need a hug.
No, I
Now
don't.
more than ever.
No,
Yeah. Why you all sad, man?
I'm not. I'm trying to fix my can. I'm not sad.
You know these people all heard you. And we got you live about you quitting. And here you are. How long later?
Listen, this is like almost 3 weeks out from that shit, and I'm not gonna lie. I fucked up. I failed. I had some stuff go on, and I should have fought it, but I didn't, and I ended up back on the pouch. Fought.
Oh.
Fought the feeling.
Oh, say damn.
And I didn't, so that's on me. I take full accountability for it, obviously, because it was my choice.
You're human.
I'm human,
At least
and
you're holding yourself accountable.
what
Man, I look like fucking, like I'm Danny DeVito, man. Like size-wise. You're fucking sitting on this podcast. You notice this?
You do like Danny DeVito.
Well, I do. Like, I look like short chick, you know? Like I look like his size. If you see me next to you two right now, look at sit back up for a second. Look at this shit. Tell me I look like I'm fucking.
and the craziest thing is I'm the shortest motherfucker here.
So this is
Did
just so odd.
y'all remember real quick that movie,
Wait.
Twins? With
Yeah,
Danny
yeah,
DeVito?
and Arnold
That's
Schwarzenegger.
kind of how I feel. That's how I
Triplets.
feel right now.
Triplets.
No, I just thought about when you said Danny DeVito. That's the first thing that came to my mind when Arnold Schwarzenegger Danny DeVito dropped the shit on the dude head. All that goddamn chain came on the dude head. He said, "And that's the guy with a lot on his mind."
I don't remember the line, but that's funny shit.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that movie.
Oh,
Years.
man. That's crazy.
It was advertised for free play, but it's been long.
It's been a hot fucking minute since I've seen it.
Yeah.
I almost think I was a teenager last time I seen that shit.
Now, I watched it since I was grown, but it's been over 10, 15 years ago.
If I did, I didn't watch the whole movie. Oh, sorry, bro.
No, you good. I was yawning.
I know. Okay, that went right there.
But tell me, what's up with you?
Joey needs a fan. Kind of caused the problems now.
Yeah, I need fans. I'm not just talking about the cool off fan. I need fans.
How about you going to turn that?
He loves each and every one of you.
I
Unlike
love
Tommy
all
Guns,
y'all
who doesn't
that's
like
out there,
any of
you
you.
know what I mean?
That's what's up.
I'm on the
I hate
fence.
people.
I'm on the fence.
Being new
I'm
to the
not.
platform,
I'm already over the fence.
I
Welcome,
need fans.
Serenity.
Hey, Serenity, you just made me feel at peace.
You gave him
You
Serenity.
gave me a little bit of peace.
You
No,
gave
can
him-
I tell y'all a brief story real quick?
You can always tell us.
Check this out.
Theories with Joey.
No, this is
Oh.
not a theory.
Oh.
This is amazing.
Story time with
So now
Mother
I know,
Joey.
everybody know that I always talk about me being on welfare. I'm not really on welfare, but
Yes, it is.
okay, so check this. I called for the SNAP benefits. And this girl answered the phone, and she said, "Hello, my name is Miracle." I said, "Oh, it's a miracle. I finally got through to somebody." You know what I mean? So
And she hung up the phone right fucking there.
She signed me up for the goddamn SNAP benefits.
It's a miracle.
It's a miracle.
It is a miracle.
That was a blessed day till all the shit got there unfolded later on.
And
That's
then-
another story.
And then I see a person named
That's
Hope, and I'm like,
story.
that shit died forever ago.
That wasn't who we used to
Oh,
work
no, funny shit, dog. I'm
Oh,
in the
yeah.
Blaze Pizza
with. She was
yesterday.
cool as fuck.
She
I
was.
like Little Hope.
She was funny. Yeah, I liked her. She was cool.
Hey, look, I'm in the
Oh,
Blaze
yeah,
Pizza
okay.
yesterday. Another
Yeah, I
story, real
remember
quick.
that.
She followed me around the streets.
Another story about the Blaze Pizzas. So I'm at the line.
Okay, let's have it for your story. Keep in mind, right there. Just a little pre-warning. Don't go to Blaze Pizza.
No,
Because
Blaze
apparently-
Pizza was cool. It was cool.
Because
Like,
bad
oh,
things
oh,
happen
oh,
in
It
Blaze
was cool. But I go to the
Confusing
the-
shit happens.
No, this shit was funny because the girl was puzzled. She was puzzled.
Okay.
So you can make your own pizzas up in here. You can tell them how to make your own pizzas. So the girl say, "Well, what name? What name?"
But the charger looked weird, so that's why I was fixing it.
You can't see them? What?
No. So the girl say, "What name are we using?" I said, "Baby Jesus." So goddamn, she like, huh? I said, "Yeah, that's my name." She said, "That's your name for real?" I said, "Yeah, that's my name." So the shorter like, "Oh man," I said, "No, shorter, I'm gonna stop bullshitting." I said, "I'm gonna give you my other name because I hate for you to scream that name in the store. I hate for you to scream it out and be like, 'Baby Jesus, baby Jesus, come and get your pizza, baby Jesus.'" Oh shit! So I told her my name is Joey.
This has been another story from
Oh,
Blaze Pizza.
I just get stupid sometimes, man. I ain't gonna lie, I'll be stupid.
If you ever in Orlando, you hang out with Blaze Pizza. and you
Blaze
want-
up stories at Blaze Pizza with Joey
and
Blaze.
You got a crazy
Oh,
story
shit.
going on. Chances are, Joey Blaze Pizza is around.
That
Joey
shit was funny.
Joey Blaze has been around.
Joey Blaze.
If Joey Blaze is in the house,
Look,
Blaze
another
Pizza,
fucking nickname for him.
Joey Blaze.
Damn, I do have a lot of nicknames.
Yes, sir, Derek. What up, homie?
What up, what
Boys
up?
are back in town. You already know. And you can't see him because he's got Pac-Man right here next to me, too.
There I go. You say my name and I pop up like goddamn Candyman, but you gotta say it 5 times. Joey, 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 Joey.
That was only 4.
Damn it. It sounds Joey, 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 Joey. Joey, 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 Joey. There you go. And I pop up.
Welcome, Ken.
What the fuck? Anywho, same shit with me as always. I just be chilling, working and stuff like that.
Why we always crooked on the podcast?
Who
I'm trying
crooked?
to- we're crooked.
Because we a bunch of crooked motherfuckers. Get
We
over it.
look drunk.
The laptop drunk.
That's what it is.
Our equipment's drunk. We're sorry.
Our equipment was on that lean. That's why it's leaning.
They took part of it back. It was on the leave. So now I can't sit straight. We're missing that part of the laptop.
Oh, the
That's
laptop
straight
always-
out of the garage production for you.
Straight up the garage productions. We crooked as fuck.
And we can't help that.
You have a laptop?
simple lane.
Can you donate us another laptop or a tablet? That would be nice.
If somebody wants to be a
Uh-oh.
production and video person,
The
that'd be
boys
dope.
are back in town. Yeah, yeah. That's what they say.
I know.
We talked about that a couple minutes ago when they originally posted it.
Joey like 5 minutes late to what's going on, y'all, but don't mind him.
We
You
forgot
already
to
know.
call Joey to the deli. So
Joey to the deli.
he's out of the deli. This is what happens when you put Joey on rehab.
Nah, but so like we said before, welcome to the podcast,
Joey needs
everybody.
drugs stuff.
Our RCYJ podcast, and you guys already know we're already here being goofy. Y'all miss, the after show if you don't jump on the live with us and stuff like that.
Well, that's the before show.
Well, the before show, and then
this thing after show now. If you don't jump on right now,
yeah, you need to catch the after show because that's usually pretty fucking funny too.
Sunday's live.
Sunday's live.
Usually at 1:00.
But
Right before the football game.
I know that
Oh shit! That's why our viewers are so bad. We
Why?
compete with the football games.
is the football season already?
No,
Not
it's
yet.
basketball.
Not yet. Yeah, right now it's basketball, but I mean, it's gonna be hard pressed during football season.
And we still got a bet on the line.
What's the bet?
That might be another podcast. Me and you, Tommy.
On the basketball court?
3
Wait.
o'clock after school.
Listen, 3 o'clock after school, and what's good is we're gonna live stream the basketball game, and you guys are gonna have color commentary provided by yours truly.
There
It's
you go.
okay. It's going to be a quick show.
Oh, if we playing 21?
That's fine. It's whatever you want to play. You play by 3s and 2s?
Yeah, in 21 you can.
Okay, we can do
But
that.
but if you at 20, you got to go to the 3-point line. And if you miss that shot, you go back to 15.
Okay, you play crazy rules, but I'm not worried about it. It's
No,
going to be
but
7
then
shots and over.
it's going to be for the podcast. We just going to play straight 21. Whoever gets 21 first.
Oh, it don't matter. We can play that because it's going to be 7 shots and over.
7 shots in a row? Okay.
7, 14,
Yeah,
21,
I
but
get you.
over. I'm not going to say I'm going for 7 for 7, but it's going to just
So
take
you're
7
a hell
baskets.
of a 3-point shooter.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
what you are.
Yeah, I could do it, whatever. You want me to drive the lane every time on you? That'd go quick, too. Because that's going to go quicker because I'm a little rusty.
I don't know, Tommy, man. We got a basketball. I would like to do that today. Just
There-
go out there and
There's
shoot
a
some ball.
there's a basketball right out there outside. I got a brand new pump. No bullshit.
I would like to just play some ball today. I haven't played ball in so long time. You might just be. But I'm not scared.
That's the whole problem with your statement. You could go play right now, and I don't even have to get out on the court. You go train for a month. Go ahead, and I will still beat you at the end of the month.
I don't need training.
That's how confident I am.
I'm gonna see you.
I'm gonna legitimately beat you. You're not gonna beat me, Joe.
But on to the next.
But I mean, it's cool. I'm not gonna hold no hard feelings. If you do, I'll bow down and completely because you'll shock me if you do. You better be fast. That's all I'm saying. 'Cause you ain't scoring on me very easily. Because that's what I do is I defend. I'm a hell of a defender. I got long arms that you're not gonna expect. I got quick hands. The only way you're beating me is by outdoing my knees, and I'm just being 100% real with you. Because my knees don't let me move.
Is this like the boxing thing where they talk first, and you just trying to convince yourself that this is gonna really happen?
No, this isn't. This is actually a friend being a friend. Because I have proof from the past where people try to doing this. I beat 2 21-year-olds at my age on a 2-on-1, and they were both athletic enough and shoot pretty good. Scored them 2-on-1. They thought the same thing because I'm just talking. I back up my
You
shit.
beat 21-year-olds. I beat 15 and 14 years olds out here in the Sebastian Court.
That's easy. You ever play You play basketball with these kids on these courts out here?
Yeah.
They're terrible.
No, these dudes had little shots.
Maybe.
I
I'm
get
just
it.
telling you right now, we're not having it. It's
But-
all good.
On to the next. We'll see.
The fuck
We're
this nigga
gonna
say?
see. We're gonna see.
But it's nothing but love, though. It ain't even like
So we
that.
got a comment over here from
Nothing but love, though.
Joel,
Really.
yes,
we got
sir.
a comment here from Joel, who's a longtime fan. He's also part of the little group that I have going, Podcast Poppies. That's Joel, aka Papa
I like
Hugo,
I like him.
who he's been on the podcast with us before and stuff like that. You know, you guys know him as Papa Hugo, one of the hosts of Good Vibes Personified, which I'm still waiting for, Joel. I'm still waiting for another collab episode, Joel.
Yeah,
I'm still
Joel.
waiting for these collab TikToks, Joel.
Damn.
Tell your wife
Hi,
to stop
Jessica.
yelling at me.
What's up, Jessica?
What up, Jessica? Now, so I think that one of the things that I definitely wanted to do with this episode is, I mean, obviously we're keeping it goofy, we're keeping it funny, but there is something I wanted to talk about. It's been something that's been on my mind a little bit all week.
Let's get it.
I'm not going to go into details. Me and Tommy have had a conversation about this, but it's definitely like affected the way I've been thinking lately. So I'm like I said, I'm not going to go into detail, but I wasn't necessarily put. I ended up in a situation this week where it was a situation that I had not had to have been in for a very long time, and it wasn't a good situation. And I mean, I don't think that I handled it as best I could have. But the outcome was the outcome, and there was nothing I could do about that. But the thing that bothered me about it, and it's like I was telling Joey earlier, I actually originally had a different outfit on, which kind of really showed the way that my mindset was recently, or this past week, because of that situation, where I've been kind of like on this little fence and kind of like, not necessarily in a mood, but I've been very pensive because If anybody remembers when I used to do the YouTube videos, the Real Talks with Rico, I had an episode talking about the duality of people. And, when I say that, I think the easiest way for me to define that for people to understand better is kind of like the whole, Eric Bana and the whole Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. Two sides of my personality have been conflicting because of the situation, because it brought up a whole bunch of stuff that, when I was younger and everything. And it's been kind of fucking with me, and I've been very pensive. And like I said, I've talked with Tommy about it, and I talked with my other, best friend about it, Nick. And they both said very similar things, almost to the T, which is crazy because they really don't know each other. So the fact that they did that, I mean, it shows too that, they weren't far off, but it's something that definitely fucked with my head a little bit. Like I was telling you a little bit yesterday, it kind of brought up some feelings and stuff that I don't know, like kind of maybe like I should revert back to who I used to be, but I'm also trying to not be that.
The problem is with you, this is an actual. I keep telling you, you harp on something. You made a mistake. You understand you made a mistake. Told you wouldn't have fucking realized it so fast for sure.
But yeah, nah, facts.
So you're growing as a man, 100%. Because it takes more of a man, and I'm going out to everybody across here. Y'all listen to this shit. More of a man to walk away from a situation than to. Because what you should have done is sat there, and I'm not going to get into whole details, just sat there and made sure everything was safe and all right. The kid wasn't going to hurt you. You know this. And if it got to that, then do what you got to do. But just make that your last resort in life. But my thing is what you do is you sit there and, you beat yourself up so much. You got to let the past be the past. People make mistakes. You're fucking human. You're human. Move past it. The thing is you've learned. You're beating yourself up. That shows you have the fucking thing. That's actually a good thing.
Yeah, no, and to be honest, I completely agree with you. I do have a habit of beating myself up, and this week I can honestly say that I did beat myself up a lot because of the situation. But
and it's not just you. But everybody does it.
Yeah.
You gotta learn to turn that fucking voice off because that voice is in everybody. Don't think it's not.
No, yeah, it is. But a lot of it brought up old things, and like I just said, it kind of made me kind of miss the me that I was before I decided I need to start growing and I need to become a better person. But mainly because
we all miss being a kid and have no consequences.
Well, it's not.
That's the difference.
Well, no, it's not even the no consequences. It's just how I felt during that time in my life. When I would engage in these types of situations, I felt invincible. Nothing could stop me, and I didn't have a care in the world. And I felt for me things were easier because I didn't care. Because I just take things as they were and be all right, well, fuck it, this is what's happening. Ain't nothing we can do about it now. But for me, growth was definitely realizing, okay, a situation like that happened. Here's where it went wrong. Here's what I could have done differently. Here's how I could have handled it if I had to handle it in a different way and stuff like that. And I feel for me to be able to think like that during that situation or after that situation, like you said, definitely shows growth. It sat at me because it really got my mind thinking, and I've been taking all week to try to push that shit right the fuck back down, because believe me when I say for me to have that shit pushed down and just locked away is a lot better than the alternative.
Well, I guess following along with the conversation real quick. So you resorted back to something.
Yeah.
Okay. And I may add this real quick, because sometimes we have to have the forethought. Like I say, it's hard to be humble. You know what I'm saying? But if you can find yourself humbled in this one situation, then apply that to the next situation if it don't need drastic measures.
Which is exactly what, you, Tommy, and then my other boys said.
Yeah. But remember these words, man. Powerful isn't the man who can beat somebody down with his physical strength. Powerful is the person who can control himself when he's angry.
Yeah, and I definitely failed on that this week.
It's a lot of instances, man, that I would want to put my hands on somebody, but I want to take the humble route until somebody lash out at me and I have to protect myself. People can say whatever they want to say. Say it. But as long as you don't cross that line where you make me do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, not just made me, you pushed me to that limit that I allowed myself to let you get me out of my character.
And that was the thing when I talked to, because a lot of things I do talk to my older sister about, because me and her personality wise, we can be very similar. And when I described it to her, and the first thing I said to her was, I'm gonna tell you right now, I got pulled out of character in a way that I haven't been in years, and she automatically knew. And she was just like, she's like, me? She's like, I don't really want to say anything because to me it sounds like I'm enabling you. She's like, because I'm okay with the fact that you did that. She was like, but I also see that you're not trying to be like that. And then that also goes into where, even after that situation, I had someone texting me and they were trying to put me into a similar situation. And when talking to them, the one thing that I told them was, listen, the way that we grew up, it was hectic. Where we grew up was hectic for us. There was shit going on all the time. And we learned to be okay with that stuff. I said, but the one thing that I realized after leaving home, which is Massachusetts, was, because I went from Massachusetts, I went down to Georgia. Georgia, we're out in the country, we're chilling, everything's calm, cool, collected. Like, that's the life I want. I want a life of peace. And I allowed myself to get out of peace. So then when the second situation presented itself, that was the immediate thing I said was, I'm looking for a life of peace. I don't want any altercations. I don't want any situations. I'm ready for them if they happen, but I don't want them. I try to avoid them. And that's the life that I want for multiple reasons, especially for myself and also because of the fact that, I do have a son. And, my son needs me around, but it's still just the fact of, like, it brought up those old feelings and I had to resort back to something. And how for that small amount of time until afterwards when I calmed down and started thinking and it started hitting me, like, I felt good. I was my old self and I felt really fucking good. And for me, that is definitely a problem.
Where at the end of the day, you know what I mean, if you can't sleep with something, you take care of it. You know what I mean? A lot of things I just sleep with. I just sleep with a lot of stuff. Because coming from where I just did a whole bunch of time, dog,
Good.
I know just in the nick of time it can happen and I'm going back for the rest of my life. And that's something that I got to think about every day that I wake up. Me doing something to get and cause me to go backwards.
Yeah.
And the greatest thing I think, one of the greatest things somebody ever told me, the aim in life is to move forward, never backwards. You know what I'm saying? So I always wake up with thoughts like that in my head because we get angry, we get aggravated, frustrated, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of these kids out here, they don't know where we come from.
Yeah.
They don't know our mentalities. And whatever the case was, I don't know. But I'm just saying, we can't allow people to beat us. As men, adults, you know what I'm saying, we have to be thinkers. You know what I'm saying? Not to beat you down because some people need their ass whooped. Some people really need their ass whooped. No, some people do.
No.
But you
But
shouldn't
you
be the one
gotta,
to
you gotta.
A
A lot of people need
Well,
their
okay,
ass
I agree. A lot of people need their ass
A
whooped.
lot of people.
but that don't mean you have to be the one to do it.
That don't, and that's what I used to say all the time. Like I told the dude, man, he called me a bitch ass nigga one day. And I said, what you say, you bitch ass nigga? You know what I'm saying? And that provoked him more than he thought he provoked me. So he tell me, next time we come out in the goddamn pond, have your shit strapped up, pack up all your shit, we gonna get it in. And I said, dog, I'm gonna do as I do every day we come out in this pond. I'm gonna step in that red square box, wait till they close the door, and wait till these people tell us to leave. But for you or anybody think y'all gonna put your hands on me, I said, I'm gonna show you what the fuck I'm really about. That scared that man so much that he thought he put fear in my heart. He wrote me a letter before we came back in the pond. The next time we go every other day in the pond. He wrote me a letter, sent it to my roommate. And my roommate opened it up and he just started laughing. He said, this letter ain't for me, Ski, man, this for you. And I get up, I said, you wasn't even man enough to get there and wait till we come out in the pond and tell me that to my face, that you was wrong. But you let all that pride get in your way.
So you wrote you a letter saying he was wrong?
He was wrong. Then he gonna try to jazz it up, not to get too much. Now I done hung around gangsters. I said, no, you didn't. You ain't hung around no gangsters because real gangsters don't talk much. They just gonna do what they do. You ain't hung around no gangsters. You just trying to pull ass. But I said, you fucking with the wrong person. You know how we always say, yeah, you fucking with the wrong person. To me, I'm saying you fucking with the wrong person. I'm the one that's chilling. I'm laid back. Fuck with the right person. The right person gonna bust your fucking head. And that's why a lot of people like him, a lot of people, they need an example set on them so they can come to the reality of what we used to live. Because we was dealing with a harsh reality, man, growing up in projects, inner cities, or whatever, wherever we was, in the environment in which we was in. But every day I wake up, man, I got to put that at the forefront of my mind. You can't let people dictate. My brother told me that. Do not allow nobody to dictate you and the way that you move and the way that you respond.
And that's actually true shit. And even going with that, that's why like a lot of the times, you know, I mean, it's like Tommy always says, I am an angry person. I still try to be funny about a lot of shit. And I think a lot of people take that for granted, which is why I normally have to tell people, I'm like, listen, there's a whole different side of me you don't know, and I purposely keep that locked the fuck away. Because I know what that person's like, and I'm like, I'm not that person anymore, but trust me, he still exists. He's still there. Don't have me switch to that side.
Let me drop this real quick before you go on, Tommy. And this is real quick. The more you keep that in your mind, you haven't suppressed that person. Because you keep it in your mind anytime that you got to tell somebody. You know what you're about. They don't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're absolutely right on that.
You keep telling people, you keep giving that life to that person that you once used to be. You have to let that person solely, truly, wholeheartedly be gone in your mind. But the more that you bring it up, it's right there. So people know, oh, you don't have to let them know. You don't have to let nobody know. Let them cross that line, and you protect everything that you're supposed to protect for you.
Welcome, sweet bang, for party.
And once you do that, man, then people gonna say, damn, I ain't know we gonna have that in them.
Well, no, and the situation that got me thinking like that, that's exactly what happened. This was someone I had never said that to,
Yeah.
and I got pulled to where I became that other side. And then even, like yesterday, someone was talking to me who was, there for the situation, and they were like, I never knew really how to, like, take you before. I didn't know, like, what you were capable of, what you had in you, like, what would go on. And they're like, now I see.
So
like, I thought you was joking the whole fucking time, but, like, now I see.
So did the situation go something like this?
No, definitely not like that.
Or was it that quick?
It wasn't that quick. There was some build-up to it. Hey,
hold on. I was on a basketball court one day. The funniest shit. We keep it not so much serious, but we keep it funny. This dude didn't know this dude from nowhere. And he kept calling him, bitch ass nigga, you found it. The dude was like, what? He threw the ball at him. Wow! Slapped him in the face with the ball with a follow. Wow! That nigga said, Thundercats. And everybody on the court was like, whoa! That nigga said, he don't know I'm a motherfucking Thundercat.
Side note, real quick, before Tommy gets into what he was about to say, Joel, I do see what you said. You need to let me know when you're down here, dog. Facts, because I ain't seen you in a hot minute. And I think Papi Hugo and Papa Julio need to get back together on some shit,
Oh, shit.
No, but I mean, and that's all I'm gonna say. Like, it definitely got me into a different way of thinking, and I definitely, took a lot of time to listen to Tommy's points, my boy Nick's points. Shout out to these two for always being my number ones when I have to like let something off my chest. Which, I mean, they got me thinking on the right path, and I've been working on that, and I feel like the past few days I've come a long way from it. And being able to suppress all that down again, I'm starting to feel a lot better. But it was just. It's crazy because I honestly like really had this thought in the back of my mind where I honestly try to avoid situations like that. I really don't think I'm going to have another one and I'm going to be good. And then out of nowhere it happens. So now I'm like, all right, what do I got to do for next time to make sure that it doesn't get to that point?
Think like Tommy said, think about the words that I just said. A real man will walk away, and my pops taught me that. A dude wanted to fuck with my dad because he thought my dad was talking to his girl. When the broad approached my dad told this dude, told the shorty, yo, you over there with your man, I'm not messing with you. So the dude, when my dad get up to walk away, he was like, you trying to talk to my girl? My dad said, nah, man, I told her I'm not messing with you. My dad walk off. The dude put his hand on my dad's shoulder. My dad said, yo, I made him regret that shit. Because I tried to walk away.
But this is the thing with me. This is always going to be the thing with me. And this is what has a lot. And I don't go into this, and you're not going to hear me say this often. I try not to say this type of shit often. So it's not me trying to brag or nothing. I know what I'm capable of.
There you go.
I'm a big, angry motherfucker if I have to be. I try to suppress that the most I can because I know what the hell I can do. And I let that out. There's a possibility that I'll come back.
Well, you doing a good job.
Because I let that go, I'm gonna hurt somebody back, and I don't want that. You got to think of the people around you because that's where my thought is. Because I got to keep myself under control at all times. Don't get me wrong, I got to let it out. I will, and I hope and pray that you guys don't see the repercussion of that one day. Because I don't want that. It's like you said, I do fight it, and it gets easier. You're getting older. That's the whole thing, Rico. You're doing a good job. Don't let me just telling you what other things make it. Don't think that I'm thinking you're doing a good job. You didn't kill the parrot for nothing.
Yeah.
You didn't send him to the fucking hospital, did you?
No.
So we good, man.
It was a lesson.
Yeah, 100%.
But
think of it as a lesson, but you're both learning something about it, and that's the best part.
do
And
you,
that's for
do
real.
you think, and this is real talk, and I'm going to give an analogy of it. I'm going to just ask you. Do you think somewhere that pride got in the way of that?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay, so my analogy is, say a person is walking. They're walking, and they trip. What's normally the first thing that people do if a whole bunch of people is outside and that person walking, going about his day, he tripped? What's the first thing a person normally would do?
Laugh.
You think he would laugh that he just tripped?
Are you alright?
I'm saying the person himself.
Oh, he gonna feel a little bit of embarrassment and shit like that.
So
Yeah.
the first thing he gonna do, he gonna look around and see how the people looking at him.
Mm-hmm.
But he didn't look at the real problem. He walked, he tripped. He stopped and he looked at the ground and, what the fuck, this tripped me? My stupid ass. And kept moving. So the point is, fuck what people think. That's where our pride get in the way. Because we worry about, damn, if I let this slide, not saying in your instance, but a lot of people do this. If I let this slide and that man just did all this in front of all these people, how is all these people going to look at me? You probably have a select few who say, that's a real dude there. He didn't let what goddamn startled him make him snap the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? And that's the analogy I always use, man, because we are so prideful knowing who we are. But when we get past that pride shit, dog, we a hell of a dude. We stand as kings. We stand as men.
I'll agree with you. Pride does get in a lot of ways with a lot of people.
Yeah, it does.
I'm more of a jester, but I'll take the king compliment. Thank you.
Yeah, just laugh at the situation. Because laughter is good. So you laugh at the situation. You just don't know.
Well, hold on what you're just saying, because that's actually a ridiculous thought, you being a jester. Not that you can't be funny, and I get that you're trying to make a comic point. But look at it this way, because 100% Joey has a point. Because no matter what, it's your life. It ain't anybody else's life.
Yeah.
So technically speaking, you are the king of your life. You are the most important. Now you have your kid, granted. That changes.
You got your
I get that
girl.
part, but besides that,
You have all these things that people looking at you.
look at you got good friends around you. You got
Good
fucking the
friends.
podcast. I mean, you have things, dude. There's no reason to be fucking upset. There's no reason to look down.
And listen, I'm gonna tell you right now, you're trying to lift me up, and I appreciate that. And in turn, I'm gonna do the same thing for you because I'm gonna correct your statement.
What's that?
The people that I revert to whenever something like that happens, or whenever I'm going down with like something in my life, they're not good friends. Those are the best of friends.
Well, I've told you before that 100% my brother. My brother, different skin color, obviously.
Different skin color, but that don't matter. And it's like I said, I literally have a select few that I go to when shit's hitting me, and I feel for like me, it's existential. Like I really contemplate like my purpose for existence. But this, I've been lucky enough with the group of people that I revert to help me get through this shit. Like I've had friends before where they kind of give me, the basic answers that everybody gives you. It'll be alright, like you tougher than that. But that's not what I need. Like Tommy, my boy Nick, like they came through and they were like, this is what you did wrong. This is how you need to look at it, and this is why. And I have another friend who I revert back to, and I mean, he's a little bit more of an enabler. I'll admit that. But even he was like, but how are you feeling now? And I told him, like, I'm just thinking about this and stuff like that, and it's bothered me. He goes, the fact that I can see you now actually thinking about it, like you said.
Yeah.
He was like, because before you wouldn't have
That's
gave
the
a
same
single
thing.
flying fuck.
That's a change.
He was like, with the fact that you're thinking about it, he's like, I have so much more respect for you now. Because I see that.
100%. You definitely a different person since I started talking.
Oh, yeah,
You
since
realize
you-
a lot of shit.
Yeah,
And
I
I don't
like
know,
that older brother to
hear a lot of
to a
this
certain
on the
extent,
podcast.
you is my older brother, man.
Yeah, but
And yeah,
for
I
me,
mean, don't get me wrong. There's definitely times you be helping me out with shit too. So don't ever think it's not.
No, I know,
Tommy
man.
just doesn't need that shit very often. But
Well,
on a lighter note, before you get anything else, it's fun. I got a little you in me the other day. So I was a strip club.
He said, I got a little you in me the other day.
So this stripper be trying me and shit. She just like trying to get her dances and whatnot. Like I don't even remember what I said. I can't even be honest with you. But I was sitting there and I was trying to be chill out about it for a minute. But then like she just like hit that certain point in a certain snap, and I just let into her on shit. I was like, man, I wouldn't give you a dance if you was the last chick up in here. I says, I don't know why you keep coming over here. I says, we don't even fit in the same booth together. I said if you and me can't get a booth together, I can't have naughty thoughts. So, and then she just like, she was mad. She was so mad, bro. So fucking mad. And the bartender was laughing her ass off at me. She thought I was the funniest thing ever. I was like, nah, I gotta go. I'm done with this beer. I'm out. But I don't usually get like that on people, no matter what.
But sometimes you gotta let people know what you're saying.
I can't remember what she said, but she had to have said something stupid. Like, that's usually what it is. Something just like,
No, she
fucking.
probably was just pestering you, just down there constantly trying to hound
Oh, I know
you.
what she did. I remember now. She was making fun of my sandals. She was giving me shit about my duct tape sandals. And I told her I don't know how
I was going to ask you about that, but I didn't want to. Because I'm like, that looked like duct tape.
I'm not.
That's patent leather, brother.
That's patent leather, brother.
And I told her, I said, I don't give a fuck. I'm in my comfortable ass driving shoes. And I'll show the podcast. Look at this. These are my fucking cheap ass sandals. I don't give a
Listen,
fuck.
I'm going to tell you
I
right
ain't playing
here.
with you.
No. We're going to tell you right now.
When you comfortable and chilled out though, and you got something, this is how I drive. I put my shoes on when I gotta go do my bread deliveries and shit. And like if I'm in a close ride, I'll just leave the shoes on. But they fucking hurt, dude. I hate those shoes.
Bro,
I hate having to wear them. This is how I stay comfortable driving for work.
Tommy came
And
out
I
here
didn't
with
want to go out there fucking strip club with my shoes on. So I just
But
walked
how
out
the heck
and
did she say something about somebody's shoes? Shorty, you up in a strip club and you're probably doing drugs.
But
I really don't know
she
that
had something really cheap about her too, and I just thought I laid her doing pretty good. Yeah, her attitude was definitely.
She done hit a good little crystal.
Yeah, she thought she could kind of down somebody. Shorty, look at you. You trying to get a dance for some
Well,
money.
that's what makes.
She had acne.
This is even regular bar.
She had acne on her booty, and she making fun of Tommy Sandals just because he went out with the Billy Mays Flex Seal.
And she
Slides.
passed dance every time she laughed.
Probably.
What the fuck?
Yeah, you shit giggler.
You shit giggler. He said she laughed every time she passed gas.
Next on stage, it's shit giggler.
This motherfucker said she a shit giggler. I'm dead.
Coming to the stage next. Shit giggler. Shit giggler. They're not dead.
And she get up there and the motherfucker go phone the dollar. She like, you say, oh, let me get this.
They got one of those fart machines for her.
Bro, depending on where they put that dollar, she fart and start laughing. They ain't taking it back. I'm not taking it back.
She hoping they stick up 100 on her.
That's what
really
you call
messed up.
laundering money. If you want to talk about washing money, put money in those spanking ass, get them drawers, and you can wash your
You
money.
need to wash your money, go to shit giggler.
Try to go grab that 100 back because you put it in there by mistake, and then you got to flick. No!
Oh, hell no.
Oh! No, that 100 gone.
No.
That 100's gone.
She had that.
I don't care how broke I am, you can have it.
Yeah, straight.
Oh, I might go hit up the other one if she got 9.
I tried to make it rain and she made it storm.
She
To thunderous applause.
She Halle buried it.
She Halle buried it.
Oh,
That's going to be the new shit. No, she Halle buried the fuck out that.
Mhm.
I'm sorry, podcast. I'm sorry, live.
Oh, man.
I don't know where we just went. We just went on a
And
shit giggler.
it be like that sometimes.
The Adventures of Shit Giggler.
But anyway, the last point I'm gonna make about what I said was it was due to the fact that I am trying to grow as a person, and it's due to the fact that again I've been lucky enough to have surrounded myself with amazing people who they'll be assholes to me, but they know that I need it, especially because I'm an asshole. And I appreciate these motherfuckers so much more for that, because without them, I'd probably still be in my little mood and trying to think about what the fuck happened and all that shit. And I wasn't trying to be there because it takes away from me being able to have fun in everyday life. The only reason that I had a little bit of fun with that was whenever I get in moods like that, I do tend to like try to take some time for myself, and I'll play a fucking video game just to like violently get them feelings out. And you know what I started playing? I started playing that Gotham Knights game. Bruh, and do you remember the Christian Bale movie Equilibrium? Where it was like post-apocalyptic. He was part of like well, they were part of the highest level of law enforcement. And they basically had this fighting style where they would basically like martial arts style pistol whip you the entire time. And I played as Red Hood, and that's his fighting style. He holds the barrels of the guns and beats you down with the butts of them.
Right.
And there was like one move that he does where he hits you in the gut like 3 times with the pistol. On the 3rd time you're bent over, he drops to one knee, shoots your knee out, and then comes up in a choke slam and just drops you to the fucking ground.
That's a gruesome game.
I started doing that shit, and I felt so much better after that. That's why I play games like that in Grand Theft Auto. It's criminal therapy, so I don't have to do it in real life.
And I love this song. It was on the Soprano soundtrack. There's one of the songs up there, and it said, all I remember him saying, it never died in me, it's still alive in me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I look at that song as saying, there comes a moment that it may have to come out of you. You know what I mean? But we just got to choose that moment wisely.
But even going like with that too, before I jump off this subject. So going kind of with what you just said, and especially because you brought up The Sopranos. So I don't remember the actor's fucking name, and y'all can get mad at me for it. I don't give a shit. But he's been I'll look it up after, but he's been like one of the bigger, like chubbier dudes who's always in the fucking Italian movies.
Oh, he died though.
No, not that one.
Oh, not that one.
It's a different one. He's still alive.
Okay.
But he had done a podcast, and he was talking about like his life and stuff like that. And the one thing that he said that has always hit me since I first heard it was, and it goes with, the group of guys that I've selected to be my friends who always help me through everything, is he said, you see all these people who want all this money, all this power, and he was like, they want to take over. He was like, but for me, he's like, I'm Old Testament. He was like, I don't need a crew. I don't need all this money. I don't need all this power. He's like, all I need with me is 3 good, solid dudes who I know have my back like I got theirs. And he was like, when you have that, you can take over whatever. He was like, you don't need crews because now you're just trying to show strength and it's showing that there's fear in you. He said, you just have this small group of dudes that you can trust no matter what, and you can take over anything. And that was one of the truest things I see, because my biggest struggle in life is taking over all the negative and stuff like that. And if it wasn't for this group of dudes that has my back like I got theirs, I would have fell the fuck off forever ago, and I don't know where the fuck I'd be today. So shout out to my boys for that. And that's real talk, and we're trying to get Joey into that inner circle. We need a couple more times of doing this podcast, and me and Joey got to go make fun of some strippers, and then we'll be golden.
This is happening soon.
Do I get to do Jesus is real again?
Jesus is real! Not even in that voice, but that's how I heard it. Jesus is real!
I get to do it again. Let's go.
We picked up some women that way one time.
Yeah, that was at Earl's.
Oh, trust me. I can go anywhere, man. Older lady told me this the other day. I was in Dollar General, and these little kids walk in, and they making a little noise, so the lady come in with them. And she's like, y'all quiet, man, quiet. And I said, damn, I ain't know that Dollar General was Disneyland. And the lady like, oh my gosh, I ain't been to Disneyland in so long, and this and that. So I told the lady at the goddamn the counter, I say, you got to play Minnie Mouse today. She said, what did you talk about? I said, all the kids in. And she tell me, so the older lady that was behind me said, keep that humor. Whatever you do, keep your humor.
This is the problem with that. Same situation, I'm in it. And I go in the dollar store and I'm like, yeah, and the kids do all that stuff. And I'm like, oh, look at we're in Disneyland. I'll get this old lady, she's going to scowl at me. She's going to give me dirty looks. Like, what the fuck is your problem? Mind your own business.
That's exactly what they did to mind your business.
Those are my kids. I got them.
Yeah, well, hey, I would have said something real goddamn hilarious to her too. But goddamn you, you know. But
I never said you didn't get those kids. Obviously, you had them.
yeah,
So you got them.
you got 'em. Yeah, it's good, man, to have that humor.
Oh, I try to keep it happy.
Yeah, you got to, man, because
Welcome.
life can beat you down.
Or
if you allow it.
good.
Hey, good. 13.
Oh, welcome, 13.
I think I had a situation like that where like my kid was acting up in the store and a lady kept making comments and I finally just said something back to her. But I said, don't worry about my kid, I got him. Worry about your kids. I said, because I bet your kid is the type to tell you to shut the fuck up and stay out my room, mom. And I'm like, my kid don't do that to me. He's acting up a little bit right now, but it's going to be okay. So we ended up going a lot of the same way, girl, at the store. And then she was like, I don't know what's wrong with that child. And I finally crept up and I said, I have a son who's ADHD and autistic. That's why he can't always control himself. You want to make another comment, I'm going to have you call your husband and we're going to have a problem. I don't hit females, but I'll beat your husband's ass for you.
Yeah.
Talk shit. Shut the fuck up.
And that'll make him shut up quick. Because for one, you don't understand. You know what I'm saying?
Whenever Tommy got us streaming on, just got like a good flex stretch. Y'all welcome.
You don't have dance off of this. Yeah.
This motherfucker. Oh, damn.
Hi.
Nigga want to have a dance.
Sorry. He's late.
Hey,
That's Chuck.
that's Chuck.
Chuck!
Big Chuck.
Who there?
Maybe he's little Chuck.
What if he chuckle Chuck? What if he
Oh,
chuckles?
we got
Medium
7-7.
That's medium Chuck. That's Chuck Mids.
7-7-7 back?
I don't read codes.
No, that's B7713. That's bingo numbers.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, B7.
Bingo.
Bingo!
Man, y'all a bunch of fucking liars.
I can hold
Y'all
it.
still have to get INGO.
Oh, I didn't know how to play the game.
My grandma taught
I
me.
thought when
My
I got
mama
one
told
better,
me.
was
I used to think that my mom and possibly owned bingo. They played so much.
Bro, and I'm not gonna lie, growing up where I grew up in Massachusetts, like my grandmother had certain days every fucking week. She'd go and play bingo, and whenever I talk,
OJ,
whenever I
rest in peace, knowing
Oh, yeah. I
his
heard
wife
OJ
murdered is now dead.
died. Ha 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 ha! That was good.
Y'all know what's crazy too? Speaking of that, oh my fucking god, I seen this post on the internet, and I don't know if it was real. I'm hoping it wasn't because that was some fucked up shit. But the caption on it was, "This was OJ's very last tweet. His family has since deleted it." And I'm like, yo, what the fuck? So I click on the picture so I could read the tweet. And it said it was OJ Simpson. And he's like, just to let y'all know, I did that shit. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck? And then I'm like, yo, wait, he died? And then I looked and I was like, yo, OJ died.
I tried to look it up. I heard somebody said, I don't know if they was being funny or what, because I was the only black guy in that bar. And somehow you're going to make an OJ joke when you see black people in the all white bar.
Joey calls it a bar, but that's because he still wants to keep that air of mystery about him. But he was at the country club. We're not going to say what he was doing there.
He was the only white guy in the country club.
He was the only black guy at the country club.
Rest in peace, OJ.
You're going to have to go through. I don't know what to tell you. That's all. We're in the middle of the thing. What do you need?
Now I'm dead. Oh, bag in the sheet. Oh, there's the bag.
My bad, we were doing something. But I'm not gonna lie. I'm not going to steamroll into this, but I ain't gonna lie to you, Chuck. I think that was just something very weird to put into the comments, but we appreciate your comment nonetheless.
No, this is freedom of speech. You have a freedom of speech, Chuck. When you on this here, you have a freedom of speech. We don't take it personal. We love you too.
I gotta move somewhere.
Thank you. Sorry. Welcome, Kate. X.
Double X.
That's definitely better. I thought it was the other way.
Yeah,
I thought they were K's.
Oh.
Oh.
We love you, Chuck, man. We don't take offense to that. Not me, anyway.
I don't take offense to it.
offense.
I just thought it was really weird that that was the comment you chose to go with.
In the discussion that we have, and OJ, I don't know.
Anyways.
Tell you what, though, finding somebody drive a Ford Bronco, I'm definitely trying to find someone from the Simpson family. Let's be real about that right now.
Oh, yo, that's what we used to call my Uncle Man, Bronco. We come, we get them on, we get that joint for a few hours. We ride in the OJ, and it was white. We did some crazy.
So were the cop cars chasing them.
No, one time we got behind my brother Didi, man. He was driving that jump. I said, boy, my brother, a driving motherfucker. He started running through people's yards and shit. Like, he ain't give a fuck. But we got away from the popos. Just like OJ thought he could.
I think I've only ever had to, like, actually try to outdrive them once. That's because, like, I lived in New Hampshire at the time. Now, New Hampshire's a lot like Massachusetts. You need inspection stickers, a yearly inspection in order to be able to drive your car legally. And I hadn't gotten my inspection sticker yet. And he was driving by me going the opposite way, and he caught it. And I seen him pull into a driveway, and I got to a stop sign. He went into the driveway, started reversing. As he started reversing, he flipped the lights on. Now I know it's me because I'm the only other person driving on that street. I'm like, well, immediately took a right turn, immediately took the first left turn. And when I took that left turn, that was like a 2-mile straightway. And on the car that I had, it was one of them older cars, like, you know how like it's an automatic, but they have the little button on the shifting stick?
Yeah.
And that's basically for when you're driving on the highway. It's a little bit of a boost so you can pass somebody. Well, the person who owned the car before me had disabled that. But I know how to activate it without the button. So the moment I take that left turn,
Time.
oh shit, give me 1 second, I'm gonna finish this story, then we're gonna get off the podcast. No, so I immediately take that left turn, right? Now to activate the boost without the button, I slammed down on the gas, immediately took my foot off for 5 seconds, and then slammed it again. My car went forward like a couple feet, went to a dead stop. 2 seconds later, just fucking takes off. Fast and Furious style takeoff. I was gone. By the time I was more than 3/4 of the way up, because that car shot, the cop was just turning onto that road with me. I made it to the end, took a right turn, left turn, right turn, left turn, another 2 miles straightaway, activated the fucking boost again, and I was gone. I Fast and Furious the fuck out of that situation.
That lets you know that all police cars can't keep up with the cars that we drive.
Which is horrible because I was driving a fucking Pontiac. They should have caught my ass. But anywho, we're going to sign off the podcast. We're going to go ahead and continue with the after show on the lives and stuff like that. Tommy, anything you want to say to people before we get off the podcast?
Thank you for joining us. Don't forget to check us out live. This is where the action's at. You can come in and interact with us. We appreciate you guys. Check us out next week. Party time.
Yeah, Joey, anything you want to say to the people before we go?
Yes, man. Thank y'all for tuning in once again, and you know, just giving you a little feedback or whatever you say, man. We appreciate y'all, man. Hope to see you next week.
And for the podcast, don't forget to like, subscribe, follow, share, tell your friends about us, look at all the other content and everything like that. As always, social medias, everything at RCYJ Podcast. My TikTok is the Enrique Torres. I go by my real name on that. And just for the YouTube people today, because I know y'all ain't seen it in a while, I had to put on the Under Armour gear because y'all know that's my brand. That's what it is.
Find me
Yeah,
out here
man.
on the podcast.
You can find Tommy here on the podcast. Look, I'm 5'3". Look, I'm taller than Tommy for once in my life. And we out.